Oh, that's the sheriff. All right, let's feed the outside farm here. We'll do the barn on another video. It's still dark in here. First things first, gotta wash hands. And yeah, look how much iron's in my water. Trim them off real good. Next step, get some tape. I know, right? Tape to feed fish. But this is actually to wrap my finger. Because if I don't wrap my finger with the tape, it starts getting all scarred up and my finger will turn orange from all the fish food that I feed. So I just feed so much. And that granules, as I break it down, it likes to grind into the skin. So I'm going to get one around my finger. One more for... Actually, let's get two more. For after all this tape, which you guys will see here later, it eats away at the tape. And I don't want it to eat away at it too much to where my fish are eating tape. But you guys will see why this is necessary. I should probably get some medical tape or something, but here's the food. This is an automatic pepper grinder and Tetracolor tropical granules. Here we go. I do have some fish right here, right outside the door. There's actually ember tetras and some maybe copatai reservoirs. I think it's mostly ember tetras. Maybe a gold neon. They never leave me anything though. They've been in that basket forever. I've been bouncing them around in this softer water because this is all rainwater. Comes off of the roof up here. But I never get any babies. Never. Don't know why. You wouldn't think I would. And in here, man, these plants are really taking over. I've got some black orochi, Medaka rice fish. There they are. This was the original breeding setup for the orochis. I would go with these 4 tanks, and then I worked out the grayer ones. That way it throws mostly black. Now they do fade their colors if they're stressed. So sometimes they can turn gray just from stress, but good line, good blood should stay black. And in here I've got the some Mexican live bears. They don't really have a name, they just have a location, and I can't even pronounce it. Males get a lot of color on them. Females not so much. There's just squads in there. Full on squads. And same thing with these 3. I think there may be some in here too. Say it's just loaded with plants. This is actually my second try trying to make this video. First time I did it, I forgot to hit the record button. Nothing in these ponds yet. I still got to reset them. Finally got it cleaned up though. So you can see when I weed eat, I just throw it straight into the pond. It breaks down, becomes dirt. I don't ever have to worry about it. See my bog grass there, it's crazy. That's all it is. A little pond. I get those going again sometime soon. Here are some platinum Medaka rice fish. We go into the tubs. Finally. Now, I have a lot of these in here, period. This one was just kind of a test to see how they did without the sun. They definitely need sun when it comes to breeding them and getting their colors out. Oh, red tiger rice fish. We'll see more of those coming up. Wish these guys would breed. Still nothing. Feed them pretty heavy too. Like coral platies, something like that, long fins. They say you gotta have a short fin to breed with them, but there is one with a shorter fin in there. I don't know. We have the jewel eye bear. I know these are kind of hard to see, but there is fish. There's little baby fish all throughout here. So got to make sure I get some food spread out through there. And as I'm feeding, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of crunch it a little bit, and then I flick and throw. Hear that crunch? So these are the panda platies. Still hoping for some babies from those too. A lot of the fish I got from the farms, they just don't breed very well. I don't know if they were raised in more salt conditions. And just, I don't know. I don't know why they're not breeding. I kind of feel like I just need to add salt. I probably do, and that's probably why I feel that way, and I should listen to my gut. Then more of the jewel eye bear there. More of the jewel eye bear. But yeah, I know it's kind of hard to see in here as well, but these we'll be able to see into more. The ones in the sun, these are in the shade full of plants. That's why I would like to get these tanks going up over here. The only problem is these have overflow. All my other tanks don't have overflow, so I don't even know if those tanks could be drilled. Plus, those drill bits aren't cheap. Hopefully I can get one at some point and get that project working on. There's all kinds of projects always when you're trying to upgrade things. Anyways, there's some rainbow tiger endlers in here. Pull out the little peppercorn. Give it a little hit on the button there, automatic. There's a Kahaku swordtail in here. See if we can find him. There he is. Maybe I'll need to put him in with those others and see if that makes a difference. And spinning back around here, we got the albino Danios, long fins. Still no babies. All the food falls down quite a bit, so whatever eggs probably are getting fungusy. There's not much in there for them. I may end up putting substrate in some of these. Once I figure out how I want to dedicate most of these, which a lot of them I do know how I want to dedicate them. Like, I know these all are going to be rice fish. I know these are going to be like rainbow grow outs, things like that. But then like these, more like playing auxiliary. I may do some substrate, maybe just in these. Maybe in these too. That way I can have some plants, because some of the fish do prefer it. But I did want to try it all without any substrate. Anyways, less yapping, back to feeding. Next to the gold danios, or the albino danios, or whatever they are, blonde. I don't even think they're albino because they had black eyes. But we got some bloodfin tetras down here. Nothing from them either. I was hoping it would just be easy and they would just breed out and I'd just have babies, but not quite the case. So I got to be a little more diligent when it comes to breeding certain things. Can't even see them, but there may be some baby albino rice fish in there. I do have some baby danios, the long fins. God, that one is so thick. Where'd it go? Come out. I'll feed them. Oh, see, look at that one. Chubber. So that's one of the danios, and then there's another fish. I'm guessing it's another danio, but different color. But with the pearlweed underneath them, with the substrate and plants, they had managed to breed a couple out. Now, there was a dragonfly larva in there I saw while these were growing up, so maybe there were more and he predated. I don't know. But they did actually breed in there with the pearlweed. Did come up through the basket. That's why I got the fake plants in there now, hoping that they would throw some more platinum Miyukis. But these were long fins, so I separated out the long fin strain to hopefully get them going. But I really haven't put in the time I should. A couple tricolors. Not much in these tubs, but here we go. We've got the white Miyukis. More white Miyuki Medaka rice fish. I'm gonna try to do this without being in the sun. Yeah, such a perfectionist sometimes on some things. I need to just do it, and that's why we're doing this. So hit the like button. I appreciate you guys for watching, checking it out. Feed these ACI Pseudotropheus. It's a cichlid. Well, usually they hit hard. They ain't hitting hard right now. Wonder if it's the camera. Here, I'll try to get over here, because they hide out into these sponge or spawning mops. Come on. Usually they're just like bam, bam, hitting the top, hitting it hard. Come on, guys, you ain't gonna show for the camera. Alright, we got more rice fish. These are the Beckos, black and whites, which is actually comes from the red tiger, but also throws tricolors. See, that one's got a little orange on them, but mostly black and white. Still needs a lot of work as far as the line, straightness and purity. I really hope this footage shows well, because I can't see anything with the sun glare. So I'm going off faith here. We got a bunch of the red tiger rice fish. Got one that needs to be freed. More red tiger rice fish. Usually if you see me having multiple tubs on something like this, I have been spending a lot of time and work on straightening out the line. Now, I really screwed up there feeding on the spawning mop. Normally I would not do that. Alright, let's try this again. Phone had a little heat stroke there. Normally I would try not to touch anything with my feeding hand, but I really want to get that food off those spawning mops. Well, we had one pass there, old age. Because that'll rot the eggs. That fish is stuck in there. I can't mess with that because my fingers are wet. But yeah, a lot of my breeders are getting to that age. I'm not one that tries to sell them as they get old, because I do not want people to get these and end up... I'd rather sell them younger, because I know there'll be life in them, because I don't want people to think they're doing something wrong with their fish. Amateur Sioux rice fish. These guys are awesome. It's a high-end rare line. This is probably the rarest and hardest to breed here. These are the albino rice fish. Good luck finding those anywhere. Super, super hard to breed. I think it's just from being albino. Like, they breed pretty straight, but just the fry are so hard to raise. I feel like I'm feeding everybody a little early too. They're not as hungry. But although there's food on the bottom, they can't eat off that throughout the day. Here we got the black orochi, which actually just added to the website for you guys. See one there kind of grayish. But for the most part, I mean, that's solid. Real solid. Maybe the best orochi line around. And then we got over here, nice little treat, the Goshiki God Type R. You can tell I got a lot of algae in there, which that is not what I really want. But it does happen. We'll have to clean and clear it out at some point. Some babies in there, some babies getting big. These guys are awesome. Look at that one. More of just the orange fins. Then I've got more of them over here. It's even the big ones it's good to give this to because just their small mouths. It's much easier for them to consume. A lot of reasons why I do the bigger granules is like I was mentioning earlier with it sitting on the bottom. They can eat on it over through the day. So fish, they like to graze. They like to graze throughout the day. Can't just feed them once and think they won't be hungry again, because that's definitely not the case. But here we got a ton of platinum rice fish. Check them out. These guys look like they're ready to eat. I love this. This is what I do it for. My favorite thing to see is just schools of fish. Like, feed me, feed me. I come through, I feed them, they're all happy. I'm happy. They're my little babies. Oh man, I just love this. Okay, and then here's the white Miyukis. And they got babies in their little tray there. Little oil drum filter. Paint strainer thing, whatever they call them. In here. So see, sometimes I'll take the algae because I know it's got eggs on it and put them in these baskets. Wait, Miyuki babies, they're still itty bitties. See them at the top kind of moving around. And then more platinum rice fish, the blue Miyukis. And a ton of red Italian val. And there's been a lot of air traffic today. Here he comes, man. He sounds close. Where's he at? Yeah, he's literally right over. There he goes. Oh, that's the sheriff. Probably like, what's he doing out here? Alright, anyways, we got more of the Goshiki God Type R's. Man, they're moving so much, you can't even film them. There they go. Look at those. Now these got a lot of life in them. These are my next gen of breeders. So I know my other breeders are getting older. I always like to try to back them up with the next best coming up. And we got King Yamas over here, the blood reds, which you can see some are more colorful than others. It's because they get more of that red color as they get older. But as far as the orange line, pretty solid. got more babies of them in here. And we got babies of red tigers in here. And then we got babies of red tigers in here. I actually had a big group in here, and I took them out. So now babies are starting to pop up because I had a ton of guppy grass in here, which I've been trying to eradicate in all these. But it could just keep popping up because the roots just dig down into the substrate and makes it real hard. But once these babies are up and out, we'll get the algae out. And it is really hard to film this with this glare right now. Should have did this more in the morning. But we're going, we're still going here. We're gonna do the Beckos. I think that cloud was making it worse. Usually don't use that for this. This is obviously not the same flow as I usually go. Usually I'm running and gunning. But these are the Beckos with the tricolor. They're absolutely gorgeous fish. Yeah, come up with a name for them or something, because Becco is really the koi gene name of the black and white kind of mix. Here I got more Orochis. This will be the next gen of breeders from the other one that I just had shown you guys. Then these are random rice fish, but these are like the next gen, like lami type. Look in the middle there, that's actually a Aurora lami that I had created, which is a strain that is really, really rare. But anyways, got a lot of those. You pull babies of those, more randoms here. Boom, lots of randoms. Beautiful little fish, if we can see them. Look at that one with the gold on them. I've been selling quite a bit of those, so not a whole lot in there anymore. We got the white Miyuki, bunch of little babies. Now, often you'll end up with a bunch of babies, but I don't know. Not all survive because they all have different genetics, different makeups. And that's why fish lay so many eggs, because they're not all going to be the same. But these are all the amateur Sioux, just babies of them. We've got the red tigers here. They're about ready to be pulled out. Man, I cannot see anything. And since visibility is kind of being a pain here, we've got the King Yama Blood Reds. I am going to run and gun this a little bit more because you guys have seen some of these. More of the King Yamas. Babies of them in here. Babies of them in here. And that's my main breeding groups right now. Right here we got more red tigers. We got more of the Beckos, the black and whites. We got more of the Becco black and whites here. And it's wild because this group of Beckos, as you can see, is more solid as far as how they bred out. But same group here, these are a lot more tricolored. Now I had grabbed the mop from different places, so that might have been the difference between just each group that I have. See, these are more tricolor, so when I do breed in the future, those are going to be it. And then these guys will be randomized. And then over here we got more King Yama, a bunch of the babies. More king yamas, babies turning into juveniles. We got the Bretsky eye, the tricolor, kind of sunky looking. These guys are sweet. We got babies of them too. And they've also been throwing this really wild looking mutation too that I want to breed out of them. Oh no, my battery. And we're back. Now I do have a lot of these that I call Bretsky eyes here, and here. I'm still not really sure exactly what they call or label them. Leave them at that. They do have a little variation to them. Lots of lamy, lots of sparkle, lots of tricolor. Same in here. I don't know, you guys want these? Probably put these on site, because, I mean, for the most part, although there's a bits of variation, it's pretty true. And I need to get babies of these Montano rice fish, and holy cow, look at this guy. I gotta save him. I actually got sticks for situations like this. Never a fan of watching something struggle. Man, he is huge. Whoa, let's get him outside. Hey, don't go yet, buddy. Don't go yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, he just spit piss. Oh my God, I'm out of here. I didn't know he could do that. He just spit a bunch of fluid out of his butt. I don't know if it showed that on camera. But glad it wasn't aiming my way. You're welcome. Got a June bug here. I missed another one as well. Busy videoing. Well, they lean it together. Maybe we'll see a battle. Just kidding. Back to feeding fish, because you know these guys didn't get enough. They're probably like, where's all that food you usually give us? Don't worry, guys, it's coming. Those Montano super rare rice fish down here, they breed differently. And they're so skittish and shy. But anyways, more platinum rice fish in here. Some babies there. So if I gotta organize for some new ones, I can, which is nice. I usually give these guys some of this on my way around, just because there are a lot of them in there. It's pretty loaded. I want to make sure they get fed good. God type R here, Goshiki. Quite a few of them. You can see they breed pretty straight through. There's a couple over there that could be called out. And then black and whites, but they're mostly the tricolor. Then over here we got some Guppies. These are the Dragon Dumbo mosaics. Or no, just the Dumbo mosaics. I think that's what they call them. This is actually a really nice line. Got it from John Oliver. He actually won the Guppy competition at Aquashella. So shout out to him on those. Because they've been doing real well. And then I've got more of them in here, another breeding group. And then I got some young Signifer rainbow fish, Pseudomegul Signifer rainbow fish in here. Just happened to luckily get a couple eggs or fry that came out of this one. I didn't even realize they were in here from moving a plant until I put these, I don't even know what you call these. It's like orange and black platies. They're absolutely gorgeous. And always so hungry. Why don't you guys leave me babies instead of eating them? Gotta make sure to give these guys some bigger granules too, so they can eat throughout the day. Although they got plenty of algae to graze on. I don't know why I really cater to their proteins as much as I do. Then we got a little willy in a tetracolored tropical granule container. Just put rocks in it. Put that in the middle. Gives it a little plant, a little shade. Ain't really doing much now, but got the purple Dumbo mosaic guppy. Only the male left. The female died. They're kind of old. They haven't really been breeding out for me. I want to get a good shot of these fish, because the female is something else. Come on over here. Just get her in the sun. Try not to sweat all over my food. You see the male there. The male's getting in the sun. There's the female. Oh, look at that. Wish they would have more babies. I do got some inside. They don't really breed very true. Moss is actually doing really well, considering I got sweat granules all over my food. This is not it. I guess you guys can eat it. Pseudomugule signifers. Which actually I'm going to trade out these spawning mops for those. See if it makes a difference. I did get some eggs from them. See them zipping around there. We got some more guppies over here. Can't remember what they're called. They're gorgeous. Mostly only males in there. The females passed in there as well. Not sure why, but had another heat stroke, and we're back. But what I was feeding was more of the albino rice fish in here. I did manage to get some more grown out, so if the other ones get older, at least I have a backup group of them. Then now into Medaka Row. These guys have a name I can't even pronounce. Shirabaru, something like that. Kind of like a gold lamy, but they've got a lot of green and then black in them as well. The adults are up here. There you can see them. Kind of getting a gold bar looking. And then these are more green with the gold lamy. Not so much of a black in them. So they're kind of like the other ones, just less black. They were considered sprites. Down here we got Peace Medakas. Awesome strain, awesome line, super rare, even in Japan. Purple, green, lamy all over. Got those in here. And tricolors over here. With the lamy. And more other babies down there. And I'm showing you those first so you guys can see that it's usually more run and gun here. Boom. Throw them, flip that in there. Feed these guys in here. Boom, boom, little spritz. A little seasoning, spice. Or as Emerald would say, bam. I don't know. It tells you how old I am. Who remembers Emerald? To cook the show. Oh my God. And then babies in there. And these guys, yeah, they are hungry. There's some selective ones I would love to pull out of here too. Like this guy, for instance. Or gal, really. It's like that Aurora Lamy, but with more of the black. You can see it doesn't really have the what is it, the orange on them. There's another one like that too. So there's a lot of genetics that come from this. And once again, I don't know what to call these. I was gonna call them my premium randoms, but they don't really have enough like random color to really call random. Maybe just tricolor lami. Maybe I should just keep it simple. The Wazumi, which I tried to breed with the Bretsky and did get a few babies before the others passed. They're kind of old age. There's one super lami down there. Bunch of super lami right here. Which these guys are so bright and white. But it's all that lame. I keep saying lami, but it's lame glitter gene. That is like full coverage. Awesome line, breeds pretty true. Oh no, there goes my plumbing. More of them down here. Super lami, lame. See, it takes a while. Teach a dog, old dog new tricks. I've been calling it that for so long. These are platinum blue rice fish, but they had more of the green in them. I was gonna see if I could separate them, but I really don't have space to do that. These were supposed to be the kissing marriage white Medaka real long fins. They definitely were not. And then in here I've got actually a bunch of rainbow fish we aren't gonna see, I guess. Oh, there we go, zipping around. I can't even remember what those are. This is why I label them. Oh, Melanitania picta. Label, I got the label here. And then random platinum rice fish that had gotten in with them from a long time ago. Down here, more rice or more rainbow fish. These are the Synergos. So what I do is when they're real young, put them down in there, and then as they get bigger, they graduate to bigger pond. And blue lami here. See there. Here we go. Which this is not doing them any justice. We've got some pygmy rainbows in here. More blue lamis in here. More baby blue lamis. Actually need to go around and move more eggs too. Then Synergos. We got Synergos in the top and in the bottom there. Feed them small and big. Small and big. These three. Babies. Babies. All Synergos. And over here we got the breeding basket pond. We got the barbs. These guys should start hitting. Yeah, these guys are hitting. I usually like to feed on both sides because there's actually guppy grass right in the middle there. I usually feed a little bit into the system as well. That way snails can feed off of it instead of eggs. Because I definitely know there's snails in there. We can actually see the fish from over here. Kinda barely, too much glare. Those barbs. Big barbs. Nothing in that one. And then here we got angelfish, which I wish these guys would breed. They actually were about to breed on the sidewall over here, and then I put the slate in and I wasn't even paying attention. As I was putting the slate in, that's when I realized they were already trying to breed on the wall, and I kind of messed up the whole routine of everything. So, sorry, messed that up. It happens though. Then we got rainbow fish here. Believe it or not, there is rainbow fish in there. Try to hit the holes. We got daisy rice fish in here. Can't really see much out here. More rainbow fish. Oh no, more rainbow fish. Special line I'm working on. Special line I'm working on, a rice fish. Red tigers. Bunch of babies to them. Let's give them some of these. Boom, 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 boom. Oh no, these guys are cool. Check these guys out. These are the midnight frill. Look at those. These guys are one of my favorites right now, for sure. Worth every penny. They weren't cheap, but worth every penny. And here's their parents, which are even more striking. They would slow down. Of course, you guys, you know, the camera does them absolutely no justice for what they really look like and how they behave in real life. So this is just clips and phrases. It's not the same. But hey, it's better than nothing. Then we got babies of them in there. Then we make our way all the way back down here to the beginning of this end. Then we'll start running through the babies. So we've got super lami here. Same with there. I so hope I am not overfeeding these guys, because it's usually a lot more focused. I'm saying that because I see a lot of food down here. But if I see that tomorrow, then I just won't feed them. So it's not the end of the world. It's if you keep overfeeding on top of overfeeding, that becomes the problem. And we got more of the tricolors. So pretty much the babies from here, babies from here, babies from there. Goes that way. More of the peace. Rice fish. More of the sprites. Here we got the blue sapphire rice fish, Medaka. These guys are absolutely amazing. Lots of lame on them. Lots of sparkle, lots of shine, lots of fancy. All their white kind of washes them out. But they got like more pink and blue into them. It's just the color so saturated. You can kind of see the blue on them and the pink in them. A really solid line, as you can see. And then here we've got the Amersu, which some get like the color contrast on them, some not so much. So it's wild how that variation just differs, how the white and the orange and red actually comes out genetically. Some get a carbon copy, some don't. Here we got what was supposed to be panda rice fish. Ended up being just low grade Yohiki rice fish. Another SNR special. No, I'm not trying to, like, I feel like I should say it though, to save you guys, you know? I hate to say it, but I gotta say it. Bretsky eyes. Tons of them. Look, that one's got more white in them. Which I may try to line those out. We'll see. Still only so much space. Oh, and I do want to give a shout out to Medaka Fiend though. He's the one that hooked me up with those amateur Sus. King llamas, a bunch of the king llamas in here. We got more of the red tiger. Red tiger. He also hooked me up with those peace Madacas too, those really rare ones. Here are their babies. Gold type R, gold type R, gold type R. I mean God type R, not gold type R. Anyways, Orochi black rice fish. Orochi black rice fish. Can't see nothing. Glare, glare, glare. Black rice fish, black rice fish. There we go. Here we got randoms, lots of randoms. This is where I've been growing out my random rice fish. Actually should get a spawning mop in with these guys because they're technically next generation. And the more they mix, the more different things come out. Oh my god, I forgot my other piece of tape that I was supposed to put on a long time ago. I have went through my finger, so see all that missing tape? It's not really what I want, so that's why I had the other piece of tape to put on it for when it starts wearing out, before it wears out. And since I'm distracted by fish and filming, shit happens, I guess. Anyways, babies, babies, babies. Black Orochis. God type R. As you can see, I got quite a bit of them growing out in different batches because, you know, that's how you protect things. That's how you get the lines down into what you want and keep things organized. Here we got the trout goutiids. The big ones. It's hard to see in there, but they are active. I love when they get active like that. And see, sometimes I'll go back and like the ones I know have a whole bunch in them, I'll give them like a little more. And honestly, I probably overfeed more than anything. Then here are some of the actual pandas, which are the Yohiki, dull Yohikis, amateur Sues. Bunch of them. Boom, boom. And it is nice when there's algae in with the babies because it's a constant food source for them. Check those out. Can't wait for those to be ready. Then we've got, what are you guys? I can't even remember what you guys are. I had to look what these are, so I do not remember. They're kind of like the Beckos. At bottom is something, but they're kind of like the Beckos. Which don't really have a name either. But alright. Get those babies fed to them too. And usually before I end it, give these guys more because there's just so many in here. And they'll go in the guppy grass predating. Trying to predate their young. But that does it. We have fed this whole fish farm out here. Now we'll do the inside tour another time. We'll see how this video goes. If you guys liked it, then I will do that. If not, if this video you guys don't really like it, then I guess I don't need to do the barn one. Hopefully eventually get this stuff going. Got quite a few more projects, so if you want to follow along, see what happens around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.